What is the best cleaning tip you've ever received? I'm a professional house cleaner and I clean a lot of rural homes. Winx Rust Remover is the best product on the market for rust, hands down. Also, skip the bottles of spray cleaner. Buy a bottle of concentrate. I use Maya Clean Day. Put a cap full in a spray bottle of water and go. It cleans mirrors, countertops, appliances, etc. Also spray it in your microwave. Close the door and come back in 10 minutes. It'll wipe clean with no scrubbing. Someone pointed out that clutter usually accumulates in the same places just out of laziness. So instead of changing my habits, I just accommodate for them. My junk mail always ended up on a particular end table, so I threw a decorative basket under the table as a recycling bin. I have a bar in the dining room but no trash can, so bottle tops ended up laying around. Bought a cute little bucket that sits on the bar with the bottle openers. Now even during parties the bar top stays clean because it's so convenient. Yes, I use the same principle to organize my son's crap. I watch to see how he clutters a space, then create some boundaries on the chaos, so he can just dump stuff into designated areas. If it doesn't work, I view it like a puzzle and try again. It's much easier on the relationship to take this approach than to get mad at him for not being as organized as I am. If you've ever remodeled, you know about drywall dust. You can't sweep it, it just makes a cloud that settles and has to be swept again. There's stuff called sweeping compound that is basically oily sawdust that you pour onto the floor and push around and all the dust sticks to it. Then just sweep up the sawdust. After our remodel it was a godsend. Don't just wipe mold, you have to kill it with fire. Just kidding. Use alcohol, vinegar or a mold killing paint. Isopropyl is the best stuff against mold. Barkeeper's friend on a Scotch-Brite pad will work wonders on pots and pans that have minor burnt on stuff. A Carbon-Off will take care of really burnt on stuff. Barkeeper's friend is Barnum, the best cleaning compound for stainless steel in the world. Oh, also it will wash your beer glasses without leaving that soap scum residue that ruins the glass's ability to hold a nice head. To clean ceiling fans, put a pillowcase over the blades, and then slide them off. It'll pull the dust debris back inside of the case. Clean while dinner is on the stove. Do the dishes and wipe the countertop. Sweep the floor, etc. Most of the time you only have to occasionally stir stuff, so it can be a big time saver. Not to mention no one likes to clean after eating. I wish I could do this, but our kitchen is tiny, so if I tried to do dishes while my GF was in the middle of cooking, I think she would put me on the stove and burn me to a crisp, and I deserve it. Don't just put it down, put it away. I wish I could get this tattooed on my so's arm. Bleach and ammonia don't mix. Nah, the problem is they mix a little too well. Magic erasers are just melamine sponges. You can get a 12-pack of melamine sponges for as much as one name brand magic eraser. They're awesome. These are great, but keep in mind that melamine foam is an abrasive cleaner, so it may magically erase the non-stick finish from your pans, the protective coating from your countertops, or the nice brushed steel finish on your fridge. Rub waxed paper on the faucets. It prevents water spots. Waxed paper on the shower curtain rod, too, helps them slide like new. Stand in the doorway. What's the biggest eyesore? Clean it. Repeat. Wash your pillowcases twice as much as you do now. 0 2 equals 0. From an ex-slob, here's a bunch of tips I've accumulated over the years. Use decent cleaning supplies. Trying to clean the bathtub with an old falling apart sponge and all-purpose cleaner is a lot more time consuming and frustrating than just using baking soda, Ajax and a fresh sponge. You're way less likely to ever wipe down the counters if all your kitchen rags are in a mildewy pile under the sink. Use a Swiffer duster instead of just pushing the dust around with a rag. You get the idea. For reducing clutter, go through your stuff. Take things you feel like you don't use often, and stick them in a big plastic bin. Put that bin somewhere out of the way, like in your garage or the back of a closet, and set a calendar event for a year from now. Once that year is up, donate anything that you never took out of the bin. If you didn't need it in the past year, there's no reason you should have it, with a few exceptions. For example, fire extinguishers. Clean in stages, not room to room, especially if you're in a rush because company's coming over or something. Start by walking through and throwing out anything that's clearly trash, then worry about clearing off countertops, desks etc. Then vacuum, etc. It's no good having sparkling clean windows if there's still muddy footprints on the floor when guests arrive. Get a sink strainer and one of those suction cup holders for your kitchen sponge. It'll keep your sink from being constantly nasty and backed up, and your sponge won't be sitting in moldy food water. Corollary: don't use the sink disposal as a substitute trash can. That's not what it's for. It will break, and your kitchen will smell like rotting food. If you haven't cleaned in a while, your place probably smells funky. Yes, even if you don't notice it, that's probably just because you're used to it. While you're cleaning, open some windows and boil a pot of water with some spices in it. Cinnamon sticks and some sort of citrus fruit is a good one to get rid of the stank. Put an open box of baking soda in your fridge. It'll absorb any gross smells from old food. Just remember to change it out whenever you clean out your fridge. Treat your sink as a dish. When you get the dishes out of it, clean it. I'm gonna make a big sink full of spaghetti and meatballs for dinner tonight. Keep a paper towel over your food before you microwave it. On the same note, dampen the paper towel to keep the edges of your food from drying out in the microwave. Put music on. Buddy of mine is retired US Army, was stationed in Berlin for a long time. He has a collection of German Army marching band LPs. He says you put one of those bad boys on, frickin' house practically cleans itself. When cleaning a room, start at the top. Dust clean the ceiling first, then the walls, then the furniture, then the floor. Let gravity haul all the loose dirt and dust down to the areas you haven't cleaned yet. I've never cleaned my ceiling or walls. If you don't properly clean your home, you'll attract unwanted roommates, aka bugs, pests. 11/10 for motivation. Cleaning for 15 minutes a day is easy. Not cleaning during the week and spending 3+ hours cleaning on your days off suck donkey balls. Everything should have a place it belongs. A place for everything and everything in its place. Half-assing it is better than not doing it at all, and it still counts. Better to half-ass it every day than let it build and have to marathon clean one weekend a month. In that vein, if you can get around it, don't tidy your room in such a way that if you were to run out of fricks in the middle of it and stop, everything would be worse than before. That is, don't put things in piles to put away here and there. Put each thing away as you make the decision. It seems like more work, but having run out of fricks in the middle of this process many times, I have to say it's worth it to not end up with a bunch of piles of random crap spread out further than they were to begin with. Put a half lemon in your kettle and boil it to clean and freshen the kettle. Thank you. For real. Clean as you go, every day. Try to keep up on it, otherwise you'll end up with a huge mess that you'll dread cleaning. You can constantly put in a small amount effort and never look at a mess, or infrequently put in a ton of effort and constantly look at a mess. There is a difference between being clean and being tidy. Being tidy requires effort every single day. Do your dishes. Put your laundry away. Pick up after yourself. If company shows up unexpectedly, you won't completely freak out. Clean your kitchen and bathroom once a week. You'll be surprised how much more relaxing it is in your house if it's tidy and relatively clean. If you have a small child, wait to sweep for at least 30 minutes after a meal because it's much easier when the food dries up. Also, by then your child might have eaten it off the floor anyways, saving you a chore. Or just get a dog and then all the food will get eaten up immediately. If it takes 5 minutes or less, do it now. Be right back, taking a crap on the sidewalk. Wipe down the stove every time you use it. I've practiced that since moving here 2.5 years ago and I've never had to really clean my stove. Fold a cloth in half, then fold that in half. Instead of wiping with a bunched up rag, you will have 8 clean surfaces on the cloth as you unfold it and then reverse it the other way. But wrinkles are little scrubbers. Thoroughly clean your bathroom when a girl is coming over. They notice a dirty toilet. All the other mess can be chalked up to "I've been busy lately." And if you have a bachelor pad, for the love of God put a trash can in your bathroom, and have actual soap and a hand towel by the sink. You'd think this would be common sense, but the number of guys' bathrooms where I've had to steal shampoo from the shower to wash my hands, then dry them on somebody's gross mildewy body towel, or my pants, is way too high. Wash your balls. Source: don't have any but have experience with them. Rub waxed paper on them to prevent spots. Source: it's spotless. Old toothbrushes. Don't just throw it away. Use the lighter to heat the handle right behind the bristles. Careful not to melt too many bristles, and bend the head back. Small disposable scrubbers. Indispensable for cleaning things like seals around plumbing fixtures. Grout. Small stuff. I have like 3 prepped like this around the house. Shivs. Sounds like you have shivs strategically placed around the house. If you treat pests as guests, they'll make themselves at home. Pick up crumbs. Wipe down countertops and appliances. Sweep mop. Otherwise you are inviting them. Use vinegar to clean it. Cheap. Non-toxic. Vinegar odor evaporates in a few minutes. Cut the vinegar with water, and it works very well for glass and other surfaces. Wash your feet. The assumption that standing in shower water is good enough is incorrect. Soap them pigs up. Washing your own feet is for suckers. Get Jesus to do it. Water and vinegar cleans glass better than Windex. Plus it's cheaper. I use vinegar, water and a drop of dish soap in a spray bottle for my glass doors and windows. So easy and works great. Hydrogen peroxide works great on pet stains. I spilled spot remover on my dog. Now he's gone. Clean your aerators. The end piece of many faucets twists right off. And for those that don't, you can buy a key for less than $2 at a home improvement store. Take them off, soak them in vinegar, and scrub them. The little mesh parts can build up bacteria, mold, and plain old hard water deposits. Part of my job involves testing water for potability, and in order to get an accurate test of the line, we have to remove the aerators, because they are gross. If you break glass over the rug carpet and have those tiny shards everywhere, before you vacuum, use bread. Take slices of bread and press it onto the area and it will absorb those tiny ass crystals of glass shards. Works pretty well. When you spray cleaners, give them more than 2 seconds to work before you wipe them off. Machinist here. Was taught this during my initial training. Start at the top and work your way down. It turns out to apply most situations. Never go to bed with dirty dishes in the sink. Waking up to a bunch of dirty dishes is the worst. Vinegar in the wash to get rid of odors. It's amazing. Don't forget to wash your butt. Thanks mom. Mama knows best. Put a glass of water in the microwave and run it for several seconds before cleaning gets rid of all that baked on gunk and wipes clean easily. You need to clean the things you use for cleaning. It's no good doing the dishes if you have a dirty drying rack, or laundry if you have a dirty laundry basket. You have been visited by the hamster of joy. Comment I like chicken to live a happy and full of joy like the joy hamster life. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.